Here we are again, Laugh Your Way to the Top podcast. Once again, rejoining me, Mr. Allen.
How you guys doing?
And we don't have anything planned for today. We're just going to sit and talk. And it's only 10:30 at night and on a hot July summer night. And just doing a little bit of hanging out and catching up because I've been gone for now a week and a half. I had Jimmy's birthday. We went up to Benton Harbor, Michigan, and did some fishing. We caught some lake trout. That was fun. Got to get away sometimes. And then went to Georgia to my parents' property and did some work out there, cutting down some trees and doing that kind of stuff.
Meanwhile, I've been working.
Selling.
Selling.
We've been
Yes,
selling.
yes.
We've been doing pretty good. Okay. What's the temperature like that on the customers nowadays?
Same thing. It doesn't really change, or it hasn't changed so far. The majority of them that I run into don't remember us, but it's very easy to get them back on route because if they didn't do the project a year ago or 2 years ago, it still needs to be done.
Yeah.
And my approach is I make them feel like shit for not doing the roof almost. Yeah. It's just like I look back, I'll do my pitch and I'll step back and be like, hey, so at some point in time, you guys reached out to us, we reached out to you to talk about you guys' roofing project. So I step back, I look up at the roof. I'm like, still needs to be done, right? And they're like, well, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, cool thing about it is I'm out here giving free estimates. So what's your availability tomorrow? I'm already going to be out here. I already got a couple or estimates, available, or a couple estimates already scheduled with a couple of your neighbors. So what time works best for you? I got a 3 and a 6 open. So it works out super well. I've stayed pretty much consistent with that same pitch, and it's been working out wonders. So
yeah, I mean, you're averaging a couple sales a week every week.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. What about, are you hearing the people that you don't sell? Because I'm assuming you're going to a couple houses and not selling. What do you think is the biggest thing that you hear from customers right now?
It always comes down to price.
But is it a price based on like a current economic status?
Correct.
Or is that town?
Correct.
Or what?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, when it comes to where I'm at right now, it's not a super, like a lot of those people don't have a ton of money, right? Mm-hmm. So if I throw out a $20,000 price point, they're like sticker shock, right? So they're like, oh, whoa, I didn't know it was going to be that much, And then I always I'm so thankful for Ryan showing me how to break down the numbers, because without that process, I remember running my very first, not my very first one, because that was just,
sure.
That one was just luck of the draw, right? Sure. I closed that guy, right?
Everybody gets to lay down every once in a while. Yeah,
so,
I'm just going to call you guys and I'll sign up today. Here's cash.
Yeah, so that was luck of the draw. My second one that I actually ran, right? I'm like, hey, yeah, so your roof and your garage are going to cost, $30,000. And that was it, right? Yeah. I didn't know how to build up that value by no means at all. So Ryan taught me the add, subtract, multiply, divide method.
Right.
And I've used it every single time since then. I've had follow-up deals just because I broke down the numbers with them. They're like, okay, hey, I like your product, I like the company, and I appreciated that you broke down the numbers for me so I could actually understand why it costs this much. And that has been one of the key factors of my success so far. Yeah. So I've been definitely appreciative.
Tell us a little bit about the add, subtract, multiply without going too into detail. Mm-hmm. Kind of like, what is the gist of why you do it, and what's the benefits of doing that?
Yeah. So obviously, like I was just saying, when I give them a $30,000 price point, that sounds like a lot of money to anybody, right? It doesn't matter if you have $1 million. You spend $30,000, it's a large purchase. But when it comes to the add, subtract, multiply method, right, we're talking about equity, right? Because it's going to be, I always say, hey, we have investment grade metal. Yeah. This is an investment grade metal, right? Let me explain to you why this is what it is, right? Because you're going to have some type of equity that is retained after you make this purchase.
Correct.
Right? We're averaging about 50 to 60%.
It's not a candy bar, where you buy something, immediately consume it, you cannot do anything
and then it's gone. Correct. So obviously it's an investment. Okay. So a lot of these people, they own their home. This is their largest investment they've ever made. In the most cases.
For houses, for probably, unless they're doing like pools or, big projects like that.
Sure. So when you purchase your house, you obviously know that in 30 years, you're going to get that paid off, right? And I mean, typically if you
Or
sign a
move.
30-year mortgage, whatever. But anyways, you got the 30 years, but you know that it is an asset that you have that if worst case scenario you needed to sell it, you could come out on top depending on what that market looks like at the time.
Yeah.
So when it comes to add, subtract, or multiply, divide, we're looking at, hey, this is how much you're going to be spending in equity.
Right.
Or you're spending X amount on the project, and then this is how much you're retaining in equity. Okay. So I immediately tack off 50% of the overall cost. Okay.
Well, I like, and I'll stop you a bunch
Sure,
of times
sure.
so we can expand. Like when I would go in, you know, it's like, okay, so let's just use a simple number like 20 G's. Okay, 20 grand is a reasonable amount for nowadays to get investment quality metal roof for an average house. It's just what it's probably you're at, depending on how complicated your house or whatever it is. So 20 grand, and then you immediately go, all right. I like to go from the back part and go, so how much do you think your house is going to be worth now that we put, you had a failing roof, most likely shingles, cedar shake, slate, something like that. We rip off the old roof, we put on the metal roof. How much do you think you can sell your house more for, if all? Because I like when people use their own numbers. Sometimes I don't think I can sell my house for anything. Cool, I put 0, 100%. I let them, well, I think I can probably, if I'm going to spend 20 grand, I think that I can probably do $10,000. Okay, well, that's cool. That's a great number. I will use their number and put $10,000. All right. Now, I've heard a lot of stuff, and I've talked to you about warranties, blah, blah, blah. You've heard our warranty versus other people's warranties. How much do you think the warranty is worth to you? You know? And then they go, well, $1,000, or, you know, sometimes they go crazy, $10,000, you know, whatever.
Sure.
But $1,000 or whatever, cool. I'll put $1,000 on there. And then they go, well, you know, the next thing is like, well, how many times do you think you're going to live here? How many times do you think you'll have to replace the roof? If you go shingles, if you're going to stay here for 30 more years, on average, you're going to do 2 more roofs, right? And let's say the shingle roof's going to be $12,000. You have to do 2 of them, $24,000, right? So already right there, you know, you're going to be ahead. But like, let's just say you have to do it at least one time. Okay, so that's going to be a negative right there. And then you go, well, how long does is a pretty new air conditioner? Great, awesome. Do you think your air conditioner will run harder or less hard if you put a metal roof that will cool your attic? Do you think your air conditioning will be less, you know, cost efficient, you know, stuff? And they're like, yeah, it'll be cost efficient. You know, it'll probably save me, I'd say like at least $30 a month or something like that.
Correct.
In summertime.
Yeah.
It could be hundreds, you don't know, bigger houses. But now, do you think your air conditioner, well, let's take that, you know, that $30 times 6 months out of the year that you're using your air conditioning, more if you're like a cold like me, 68 degrees. Okay, that goes in there too. And then now you go, okay, well, do you think your air conditioner, you can go deep as you want. You think your air conditioner will have to be replaced sooner or later if you get a metal roof? You think in the next 15 years that you're going to be here, if it runs half as much or half as hard, do you think it'll last longer? So it might save you the cost. I put a question mark, be like, how much air conditioner? $3,000, $4,000, $5,000? Put that down there. You keep letting them go. What else do you put in there?
Yeah.
Is that all you put, or you put different stuff?
So, I have not really dialed into how much is your AC cost.
Okay,
blah, blah,
so
blah, blah.
I did it for a while,
Yeah.
and then you basically get to like the pain points
Exactly.
of what people say.
So initially, like I do this like similar things, but I do it during the presentation, right? So when I do like my finalizing on the add, subtract, multiply, they already know what the value is there, right? And then I also have been writing down on my piece of paper, like I'll do like, you know, 19 squares, 20 squares, whatever it is. And then I'll be like, okay, what are you paying for your homeowner's insurance? And I'll write that down. Then it's like, okay, hey, what do you
I forgot
pay?
that one. Homeowners insurance,
and then-
10%
exactly.
usually.
So
Yeah.
like, then I'm like, okay, hey, how much do you pay on average for utility bill as far as your electric bill throughout the summer months? And then I write that number down. And those numbers always come into play at the end of
at
my
the end. So you're just
exactly.
getting it before. I like to get it at the end and
Yeah.
handle all that stuff.
So the reason why I don't do that is because that's my close. Like there should not be any more questions, right? But obviously you can do it and attack it at 1,000 different angles, right? It's just something that I do just because I've already tackled all those different objections, those questions, stuff like that during that presentation. So when I'm going into the numbers, it's like, hey, remember when we talked about this? That's a number, right? And then the only time that I do say anything about, you know, that I don't really address is the warranty, right? So I do the feel, felt, found. So the majority of our customers feel like this is valued at anywhere from this amount to this amount. Do you guys feel the same way? Does this have the same value? Do you think that you could come out on top if you ended up selling your property and selling this warranty to a new homeowner? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So let's put a number on that. What do you think the number would be? Like, what would you guys pay? Tell me $5,000, $6,000 extra, whatever. Right. So I tack that off of the price, and then I go into.
Well, I'm going to stop you right there,
Sure.
just because I had an incident this week,
Sure.
where a homeowner sold their house and new people took over. They have water in the cabinets. It's literally coming off their thing and going into their cabinets and like soaking that top part of the cabinets. And they're like, cool, we have a warranty. So we send our guys out there and stuff like that. And we verify that they're next homeowner. And they told them how the warranty works and stuff. And we come out and we spent 2 days on this project. We are ripping apart the roof, trying to figure out, it was actually the chimney, not our fault or anything like that. But we've done everything that we can possibly do. And without that kind of stuff, that homeowner would have been absolutely screwed. They would have had to call a roofing company out there and then tried to find if we did anything wrong first, pay for all that, which, I eat all the stuff that we've done so far, comes down to a faulty chimney. They need to call a mason and get a chimney rebuilt.
Yeah.
So, it's worth something every single time. I never let a customer tell me it's not worth anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stuff can happen. So then where do you go after that?
So after that, I go into the tax credit, $500. It's nothing too crazy. I always tell them that. It's nothing too crazy.
It's not always available too.
Sure.
So like some years they don't do it. I don't know if they're doing it right now. I know that you've had people bring it up like, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had other people tell me that they can't get it. Different states have it and some states don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't like to do that one because I'm just not sure of tax. Like a lot of these solar companies get attacked all the time for promising tax stuff, and I've just been too scared to be like, yeah, you're getting a fucking credit. Like that's definitely gonna happen. I'm just like, possible $500-$700. It was a lot when I was selling before this company. It was like we could definitely say it, and then I saw the article come out saying it's not available anymore. Then people were still getting it somehow, and I was like, whatever. I was like. But you say that they're gonna get $500.
Yeah,
cool.
So I mean that's just what I've been told by Ryan and all the other guys. So I'm assuming I should probably do my own research on it, to be honest with you.
Big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that.
But no, I'll definitely look into that. But and then after that, I go into their homeowners insurance discounts.
Yep.
And then I also go into their energy savings.
Yes.
So I tell them at the end of it, it's like, okay, hey, you're going to be saving this, you're going to be saving that. This is one of the only roofs that you can put on your house that is actually going to pay you guys back eventually. Right. And that statement to them is so powerful because there's not many investments that you're going to make unless you open up a business that is going to pay you back. Or if you buy a house really low, like 2008, 2009, and then it ends up paying itself off because it builds up that equity, right? But this is one of the only roofs that you can put on there. I always say, hey, if you put a new shingle roof on your house, it'll build some equity, right? I'm not going to tell you that
in the beginning years, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely,
100%.
Right?
The first 7 years, it's still going to be worth something.
Yeah.
And then after that, it goes pretty bad.
It's like driving a brand new car off the lot.
Yeah, that's why they prorate shingle warranties.
Exactly.
All of them. I mean, I've never seen a non-prorated shingle warranty because they deteriorate over time at a much quicker pace than metal could ever do that. And so that's why they prorate it. Means it's not worth as much, and then they're going to have to replace it.
Yep. So I go into that, and I'm like, hey, this is the reason why we don't do shingles. Like, we are strictly metal.
We'll never do one. I'll never do one.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, our metal shingles, right? We can do those. The deck.
Yeah, we'll do those. I mean, that's such a, people love when I do them. Let's put it that way. People like our customers that we put them on are in love with them. But it's also the people that kind of may love artwork, like paintings and stuff. And me and you might not appreciate anything about that. They're paying $5,000-$10,000 for a painting, and we're like,
sure.
Whew. I mean, I go to TJ Maxx and get some pretty dope stuff for my wall. Not sure if I would pay $5,000-$10,000 of my hard-earned money to appreciate this art. The people appreciate when we put on the metal roofs. They're very expensive. The shingle tile roofs and stuff like that. The Decra and the Terabella that we used to have, but they went out of business. But the Decra that we put now, they're expensive. take a long time to put on. They're just as good longevity wise. And the people who get them think the world of them. I personally don't think they look amazing. And the whole point of switching from shingles, it's like, why are you keeping that same look? I mean, maybe if you live in a neighborhood and you just want to look like all the other houses, that's something. But it's just not worth it for me. I wouldn't put it on my own house.
Yeah.
You know, I would if it was free, you know, like if it was the same cost as a regular metal roofing system, I would definitely do it.
Yeah.
And then I get afraid of going to a cheaper metal shingle. There's a bunch of them out there that are the same cost as like an ag panel or anything like that. But I'm just not sure, how are you doing it so cheap? Because it's so more labor intensive. It's so much more of there's too many faults in there. Like when you do shingles, there's just layers, right? So I mean, you put one layer down on the bottom, then you build the next layer on top of that, and you go up, and they're kind of, that's a lot of points to where it could fail. The metal roofing system is long, vertical, all the way across your roof, and unless you have transitions or valleys, there's way fewer pain points in there to kind of fail or anything like that. And I just don't like the tile systems, the way they hook together, and you know, it's and tree falls. It's not as easy as just taking a couple panels off and replacing those panels, because that section is all vertical.
Yeah.
You got to take off a lot depending on where the tree falls and stuff. And so my favorite's not the thing, but I don't care. I'll do it if people are going to spend the money, and we'll do it the best we can possibly do. But to me, have you seen one in real life yet?
No, I've only seen pictures on the website. So.
Like, the people love them. I mean, and we do them everywhere, but I just don't. How do you think they look?
I think they look super fake.
They do look super fake, because it is fake. It's a fake shingle.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't like it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
And I think it looks pixelated, like Minecraft or something like that, because it's like so perfect all the way up and just block.
Yep. Yeah. It almost looks like they put like colored bricks onto the top of the roof, like painted. Like weird, like speckled. I don't like it.
I'm not a fan. So, for those of you at home, if you want metal shingles, we'll do them. But you got to have bread to do them, and you got to want that real bad. And we've done the Mediterranean tiles before for a family in Warsaw, where they look like if you're in the Mediterranean, they do just clay tiles all around.
Yeah,
they look exactly like the clay tiles. Do I like that look? Not really. But they wanted it, and the Midwest will do it. We've done slate, we've done shake, and we've done the actual, looks like regular 3-dimensional shingles.
Are the slate shingles the stone shingles?
They're all stone coated.
They're stone coated.
All of them are stone coated.
Okay.
And that's the difference between the cheaper ones and the more expensive ones, is that the cheaper ones don't have the coating. They're simply painted and then put it out. They're pressed, painted, and they go out. The way they make these is they coat them, and they put granule stuff on them to make them pop and look more not fake, which is an added process, and it helps the roof in so many different fashions, but it looks way better. But I'm not a big fan. I'm not a huge fan. That's but fair. If people want it, I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
I don't think that a lot of blue roofs look good on different houses, but if people want blue, I'll give them blue. I'll give them taupe, ash gray. What are some other weird colors?
I will tell you this.
White.
I will tell you this right now. The amount of requests that I've gotten for pink and purple is astronomical. No. I swear.
Are they credit kill people, like people that wouldn't qualify for financing?
these are homeowners that
legit homeowners
that want a purple roof because the wife wants a purple roof.
It can be done. You know that, right?
I don't.
It can be done.
I did not know that.
Astronomically more expensive.
Really?
Yeah. We wouldn't be able to get them coated in the same thing that are coated in. But if they want one bad, like money's no option.
Yeah.
They can do it.
Okay.
There's actually a thing with SDI, the giant metal supplier that we get all of our metal from. They'll do color matching, whatever we want. But they have to do an entire coil in that. So, I mean, you're stopping an entire line.
Yeah.
You can't have a timeline when you want to do that. And you just got to be able to be like, money's no object. It can be done. It's the same install process of anything else, but the screws, they have to be custom. So they got to get dipped. They come from overseas. And so, that's a long process. You can't have a timeline, and you got to open wallet. we can do whatever color we want. I remember at the last company that I worked for, people would buy our camouflage roofs, redneck people. We had one, and it was super expensive, but people bought it, and it was an ag panel roof. Just a regular old ag panel roof, but it was painted camo, and people bought that stuff. I gave it to them. I mean, it's your money. You can spend it however you want, but you think the next homeowner is going to love that you did your entire house in camo? You are getting such a small pool of people that would be like, got to have this house camo roof.
Yep.
Or maybe they make a smart decision. I'm the idiot because like maybe that's the hottest house on the market because it has a camo roof.
Honestly, I'm pretty redneck and would never have a camo roof. That's just silly.
Not on an investment
Like
that. Like that's such a big purpose.
Why? You're shooting yourself in the foot. You're gonna show your house in 5 to 10 years.
It'd be funny. Don't get me wrong.
It would be great.
It'd be hilarious.
I would do it.
If I didn't have if I had unbelievable money. I'd just be like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
People think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, but I absolutely not. Like, why? Like, this must be your forever home. You must have this thing paid off. Like you're just paying taxes.
Kids are all set up. You're not worried about selling your estate off.
Yeah.
They're good. They're all doctors.
Right.
They don't need your house.
I don't think any doctors
It's
are
not
getting
going
the
to
camo
be
roof.
That's true. That's true. But my parents of doctors. Oh, how's raising and helping out with the family since you've been back?
It's gotten better. It's gotten better.
If you guys don't know, he moved back from Idaho. I want to say Iowa every time.
Dude, Zach does it.
I don't know why it's so more familiar to me.
It's
I've never been to either place
because it's right there.
I've never been to either place.
You've never been to Iowa?
No.
Have you not traveled at all?
Traveled a bunch. I've been to Australia. I've been all over.
I'm talking about within the state.
I haven't done too many road trips. I mean, I went out to Colorado. Was the furthest I've ever gone from Indiana. 16, 20 hours. 20 hours?
Something like that.
Yeah. It's like
I think it's 26 to Idaho, so yeah, like 20 hours.
Yeah, I think it'd be is it further away than that?
Yeah. Idaho is definitely further.
Yeah, it was, let's see. 17 hours. So it sounds better when I say it like that. It's 13 hours to Jacksonville. I've done that a bunch of times, but that was the farthest I've ever traveled across states.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I did that for years.
That sounds terrible.
It was really fun. Reason being is because we all had we would have 5 different cars. So we would all there's more to the story.
Sure. We'll keep it podcast friendly.
Yeah, right. But anyways, we would have 5 different vehicles. So we always drove throughout the mountains. So we would rent. We had a great deal. So I worked for a security company, and they had a Honeywell code to use the Enterprise. With that Honeywell code, we would get brand new vehicles for $600 a month. So instead of us, buying fleet vehicles for the company, we would just rent these rental cars. So we would get a brand new 5.0 Mustang, brand new Charger, brand new Camaro, brand new, every vehicle that we rented was $600 a month. So we would be traversing through the mountains, going to our next destination, hauling tail, dude.
Yeah, and beating them up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Beating
absolutely. There's a reason why I would never buy a used rental car.
Yeah.
Ever. Because of what I did to them.
Yeah, we disrespect those vehicles.
We literally burnt the tires off the Camaro. That was the fastest I've ever gone in a car. It was 178 miles per hour.
That's fast.
It was insane. I dang near shit my pants.
Damn.
I wasn't even driving. I was in the passenger seat. Fastest I've ever gone by myself.
That's a lot of trust you have to have in your boy.
He was one of the best drivers I've ever seen in my life. So, yeah, that was one of the craziest moments of my life. But yeah, it was nice, like driving out here sucks. It sucks. There's no mountains. There's nothing to look at.
Flat.
There's trees.
Pretty
There's
flat.
grass. And there's more trees. You might see a cow every once in a while.
Corn.
Bunch of dead deer.
Corn.
A bunch of dead
Corn
deer.
deer.
Bunch of corn. I hate it, right? An hour and a half drive feels like an hour and a half out here. an hour and a half drive out in Idaho when you're driving through the mountains doesn't feel that
Yeah?
that bad. No,
You're not going
at
that
all.
far either. An hour and a half, you can't get anybody. Straight roads.
Exactly, right? So an hour and a half is probably like, 50, 60 miles or whatever. But yeah, no, it just, I don't know. It's taken some getting used to. And it sounds weird because like I grew up in Illinois, for the first part of my life, but I moved from there when I was 11 years old. So at the end of the day, it's like, I don't remember I never had any adult years in the Midwest. So it's like almost like completely new to me just because I grew so much in Arizona and in Idaho, and just created like my entire being from those two states pretty much. So it's
I was in Georgia at my parents' new property that they bought, and it's up there.
Yeah.
It's northeast Georgia.
Okay.
About an hour and 50 minutes north of Atlanta, northeast of Atlanta. The driveway, it's not paved, it's gravel, very like crudely gravel. If you're going a good clip, it takes 17 minutes to get down till you get to a road.
Really?
The road's still gravel, but it's a road. 17 minutes. If you're going like my parents drive, a full 23 minutes probably. I mean, we have a Lincoln Navigator up there, and I was making it work. I was making it work, and 17 minutes is about the fastest you can do. I mean, because it's straight. I mean, there's parts you go up and you don't know if there's a road on the top when you get there. I mean, and then there's parts that just washed out ravines and stuff because it's up on a mountain. You're 2,300 feet elevation. Hope that's right, but it's far up there. And so when it came time to eat, I'm fat, so I want to eat. I worked all morning chopping down trees and doing that kind of stuff. I want to go somewhere. If you want to go eat, it's an hour away.
Yeah.
20 of those minutes are just getting to the driveway, and then there's nothing else close now. It's in a town that has one general store.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah, they don't have a gas station there. Well, they have a gas station there. That's it. And so unless you want to eat whatever gas station stuff,
Tornadoes.
that's it. Or a burger.
Yeah.
Like at the general store, they serve all the restaurants are like also stores there because I don't know. And so like if you want to eat, you have to plan that shit out an hour ahead of time. Like there's no running it. There's no Wendy's, no McDonald's. There's no Subways. There's no nothing. It's local restaurants all the way around. And you could be an hour and 20 minutes to get something to eat.
Jeez, man.
And so there was one day where my dad was like, "Oh, we're going to wait for my buddy to get here." And I was like, "It's 3:00. I haven't eaten all day. I'm going to go." And he's like, "When is he supposed to be here?" He's like, "Oh, he was supposed to be here at a little bit after 1:00. He could be here any minute." I go, "Not waiting." It was 2 hours till I got back. 2 hours. I just went and got food and came back. 2 hours. The dude still wasn't there. They wolfed down. I've got them food anyway because I'm like, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
He never showed up until like 1:00 in the morning, and they wolfed down the meals I brought back. But it was 2 hours. If I hadn't gotten them food, they would have had to leave at like 5, 7 o'clock at night and then go 2 hours round trip to go get something. So
how's the road going into there when it's dark?
it's fun. I mean, you gotta have decent vehicle, but I mean, I think it's fun because I don't do it all the time. I think it would be hard on you. You talking about the driveway? You're talking about the roads to there?
I'm talking about like the driveway to their property because are you
it's
traversing like through the woods on a dirt road?
Yeah, we're in the woods. The driveway is always slanted because it has to be because of water. So there's no flat spots. So it's all like this. It's already, and like along the road, there's no side rails or anything like that. There's nothing up there. So like if you go, then it's just done. You that's total. It's gone. Luckily, there's trees. You're not gonna roll that far, but I mean, it's gone. But power company or whatever. There's a young kid, like 23 years old or something like that, was driving this truck. It went over and he died, like on the driveway on my parents. I'm like, that is nuts. Like that the driveway would be able to kill somebody. Like that's 15 years ago or whatever. But like that's nuts. Like so you have to be like on it. That's why you can't do a clip like me. Like do 17 minutes. So take your time.
Yeah.
But it's nuts. I can't wait to take you there. It's gonna be sweet.
Heck yeah. Right on.
It's going to be sweet. But that's why you do a giant grocery store run, giant liquor beer run if you are into that, and then you stay there because there's nothing else.
Yeah.
There's nothing else out there.
How large is the property? How many acres?
Many.
Many.
It's many acres. Over 300.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Over 300 acres. Got a 7-acre plus pond lake. And I was hoping there's going to be trout and stuff in there because I really like to trout fish and like to eat trout and stuff like that. I think that the people that had it before us, they just never took care of it. And bluegill is the only thing that's in there. I must have caught in one day 150, 200 bluegill.
I don't doubt it. Nobody fishes that.
Nobody fishes it, and there's nothing but bluegill. And but the pole was in the water 30 seconds every time. Rip it, pull them in, take them off the hook, throw them in a bucket, keep on going. Well, I'm trying to just, curb them. I need to, cull the herd,
Yeah.
I can't let them go run rampant. I'll put anything in there, it'll choke them out. So that was fun. I mean, it's fun fishing for bluegill, but after you catch 100, it becomes pretty monotonous. But I had a good time nonetheless. We chopped down a bunch of trees, and it's fun to do that kind of work. Like we get cush jobs. Like me and you. Like, I mean, not me today. I detailed almost 17 vehicles in the past 3 days, and they're box trucks. And
Are you doing them yourself?
I'm doing them myself. I fired my detailers that would come and clean the company vehicles and stuff. I had a guy that would do it. He's been doing it since the inception of basically Perfect Steel.
Yeah.
Same guy. Mobile detailer. Just a cool and he's a model, which I think is was a weird part. He's a light-skinned black dude, and he's just the most handsome human being I ever met in my entire life. He's just the most handsome. And he had a mobile detailing business, and he came to the cigar bar where I was at and did my vehicle while I would be making phone calls and doing confirming and doing all that kind of stuff. And I was like, cool. Then when Ryan got a vehicle, he would do Ryan's. And then once a month, we'd always have the vehicles detailed and stuff like that. We got bigger. I got 27 vehicles now. And then they would come in on the weekends, and I would set up, 10 to 13 vehicles inside. And they'd come and detail those on a Saturday when they're all here, right? Because you can't come Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, because half of the vehicle, they're working. They're all of them. They're working. And that was the greatest part. They would come on the weekends and do all these. And they would be dirty, grody. Roofers, canvassers, salespeople, just living in those things. It'd be gross. So it was a great part of the deal. And it would cost me $1,500 to get all the car sounds. This is a good deal.
That's a great deal.
Great deal. He charged me $100.
Especially him coming to you.
$7,500 a car. It was really nice.
Yeah.
And then he tried to go on and do more stuff, and eventually he couldn't come, so he sent an employee, and that he would do a 70% job of what he was doing.
Yeah.
And then pretty soon he sent a cousin, which was a chick, and she couldn't do weekends. She couldn't do anything before 10 o'clock and anything after 5 o'clock, and she would only do 2 at a time. And she didn't show up one day. I said, I'm done. She did a terrible job. She didn't show up the second day. And I did the Austin Fane thing that I always do, is I'll do it myself. Just like I started the wrap company. I went online. I go, what is the best equipment that money can buy to detail cars? The best equipment. And I found this all-in-one detailer that would have the heated carpet shampooer, blah, blah, blah. The ones that you see on those TikToks where they're clean old buses. And then they drag it down. It's perfect line where it's absolutely perfectly clean. Whew, I love it. And then it has a regular vacuum attachment. It has all the attachments to tire shines and blah, blah, blah. The Armor All, things like that. And then I bought a kind of a vaporizer, a steamer, shoots out 200-degree water. And I don't have to use any chemicals. Anything that gets stuck in the cup holders or anything like that, you just 200-degree water coming out of there. It just liquefies everything, wipe it up with a towel, and you're done. Use it on the dash, use it on everything. So I've been cleaning all those cars out. Also, it's 95 degrees with 100% humidity out every day. So good little sweat going on. But yeah, I've been doing that. I couldn't stand it anymore. I bought all that stuff, and I've been doing it now nights and weekends and days. So
did you not just start it?
What do you mean?
Have you been doing it for weeks?
I have been doing it since Sunday night.
Oh, okay.
So I'll get to yours. I'll get to yours.
I'll go get my details.
I'll get to yours.
No. I'll go get my own details.
I just did the other Maverick.
It's $30.
I just did the other Maverick.
$30
For the inside?
Yes. Well,
Where?
sorry.
Come on.
Idaho.
Yeah.
Thinking about Idaho.
Yeah, we don't have $30 details here.
Yeah. No. There's this place called Jay's Car Wash, and after we would get done fucking up all the rental cars, we'd take it to Jay's Car Wash. 50% of the time, we would take it to like a used tire shop and get new tires for it if we had like a Charger or a Mustang or something like that.
Yeah.
We would always just take it to Jay's, and then right behind Jay's, because we ended up hitting a couple deer and stuff like that in the vehicles. So they did such a good job. You couldn't even tell. Couldn't even tell, dude. So we had like our little route after we got back to Boise after our trip. We would take it to Jay's Car Wash, or if there was body damage, we'd take it to the body shop, and then we return the vehicles. Actually got freaking banned from Enterprise. Who would have thought?
Right now. So like I could take you to Enterprise right now and they
Couldn't
will
rent a car. Couldn't rent a car.
Stop it.
Blacklisted.
Stop it.
Wasn't even because we fucked up the car. It was because it came in late. We paid everything. But it was, I think, a week late because I had flown out of Portland and the car was still there with all the reps and stuff. And the owner of the company had his card on file. And I don't know what happened. There was something that happened and they were trying to get a hold of him, but he was in Italy. So they couldn't get a hold of him. They couldn't get a hold of me. And they're like, okay, hey, this guy sold the car. So literally the day of them almost filing a police report, we made the payment. Can't rent from Enterprise anymore.
Really?
Yeah. And I was pissed because it wasn't my fault.
And Enterprise, I don't know if you guys know this, is the best rental car company.
They have the best.
It is the best rental car company. There's no one that comes close.
It pisses me off.
If you've ever rented a car at anywhere, that's the place to rent from. They have way more.
Yeah, they have way more options.
Way
Their
nicer.
prices are
They don't do
very,
they're not all Kia Souls. Like that's one of my main things.
Yeah.
Like it's not, you can get like a normal good car.
Yeah, you can get a nice like Impala. Like
Yeah.
that's like one of their most popular cars is like
The newer
like
Ford,
newest
the new
Impala.
Ford Tauruses, or
Yeah.
like they'll just give
Do
you
they
a charger.
still
and
make
stuff
the
like that.
Taurus?
I don't know if they make Taurus anymore, but when I was still renting a car, when we first started off, we didn't have no money, but somehow we finessed a way to get $100 a week rental car, unlimited miles. Mm-hmm. That's $400.
Yeah, that's
Now,
a better deal than I was getting.
We didn't get brand new things like that, but it was still cool. I forget what we had. Impalas or whatever.
Did you do
It
like a corporate deal or something like that? Did you like sign a contract?
I
for a
think that someone
corporation,
had
or-
a buddy that was a manager at the
Okay.
local enterprise or whatever, and we had to finesse the system. He had to like make some sessions, and we had to do some shady stuff to get it done. But like,
Yeah.
we knew that our personal vehicles would not make it. We didn't have money for new vehicles, but we were at the point where we were cash flowing, and I was like, well, maybe if we can do something like lease cars or do something, because we're putting on, some weeks 3,000-4,000 miles a week, and we're like, this is all we got. If this isn't, I can't go get another car. I don't have any money.
Yeah.
And so we finessed these people for $400 a week, unlimited miles, and we'd keep these things for 7-8 months at a time, and unlimited miles. So like we're going through oil changes every week and a half, week to 2 weeks. That was the one thing that we said. They still pay for it, but we'd have to take the rental cars to oil change, which is a crazy experience. Because
Yeah.
they're like, how long have you had this? It's not mine. So
Yeah.
you're
As
getting
long as
oil
they-
change on a rental car? Like, yeah, it's not. we're
Do
not
they
paying for
bill Enterprise for the oil change?
it. Yeah.
That's freaking
Yep.
funny, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. And so you had to go to a certain place. Obviously,
Sure.
it wasn't
Yeah,
just
yeah,
anywhere, but like we would just burn up. We'd put 50,000-80,000 miles in these cars every 6-8 months. Mm-hmm. And we just go get another car, and we need that one back. Cool.
Yeah.
Come get another one, $100 a week. And we did that for a long time until corporate caught on what we were doing, because unlimited mile rentals is a no-no.
Yeah.
It's a no-no.
That's how they make their money.
Correct. So now they stopped doing that. Fortunately, at that point, we were solvent and good at that point. But it was crazy. I actually had an ex-employee. I don't know if I should tell this story, but I had an ex-employee that kept it. Okay, I wasn't really good at business from the very start. you know, and I should have caught it. But every month I kept getting charged for this car. And I didn't know it was that. I thought maybe someone else rented something, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it was a detailing charge the next month. And it went on like 8 months. Just every single week, $100. I'm like, I thought we were done renting cars. Have you been renting cars? He's like, yeah. I talked to one of the other guys. I've been renting cars, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, well, maybe that's it. I just didn't track it down. The guy kept it and just didn't tell anybody. For 8 months, I paid for him to get around. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm like, that's some balls. But he felt like he was owed because we fired him. And he just felt like he was owed, you know, free travel for the rest of his life, I guess. You know, so he just kept it.
That's insane.
I didn't know he had it. I mean, I tried so hard to find. I was like, who has this car? I mean, we had probably 15 employees at that point. And I was like, someone has to have this car. No one had it. So, yeah, that's our rental car stuff. Just only rent from Enterprise, guys.
Yeah.
And we're not sponsored by Enterprise. Enterprise, if you want to sponsor this podcast, go ahead.
Absolutely.
But, yeah. So they probably won't because you're banned.
No.
And I illegally got unlimited mile things. They probably won't sponsor us. I don't really have a problem with that.
No, I tried to rent from them, I think 2 years ago, and I was supposed to go through the process to get unblacklisted. They were in the midst of filing a police report to have it be a stolen car.
Right.
So right before that, they blacklisted me, and then after that, we paid the bill. So like everything was fine, but they still blacklisted me because of that thing. So if I called in and went through the ropes and stuff like that, I'm sure they would unblacklist me and I could rent from them. But like I haven't needed to rent a car in a minute, so you know, hasn't been very pressing. And then also, then Turo comes out.
Yeah.
You know anything about Turo?
I have been scared to rent from Turo. I'll tell you two stories, and you can tell your story.
Okay.
Okay. First story, and you know this place probably better than I do because you've been to Colorado, I assume, before.
Yeah.
Garden of the Gods and Pikes Peak. You know where that's at?
No, I don't. I've never been there.
Colorado Springs, I think it's at, and it's Pikes Peak. It's this long, crazy road that they actually do hilltop races too.
I know of Pikes Peak.
Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
So we're sitting in a hotel, Garden of the Gods, really nice fucking place, and I want to take a fucking supercar, sports car, something, and like do this. And it's like in a weird time, no one's there. I'm like, this would be sweet. I go on, I find a GT 500, you know, and it's like, I don't know, a reasonable amount, but not a reasonable amount that like normal people would do. But it was like, let's call it $2,000 for a day.
Sure.
To rent a $135,000 car. I was like, I don't want to ever buy one, but it'd be cool for one day, blah, blah, blah. And I go on there for like $2,700. I was like, all right, I bet I'm going to get $2,500 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I go on there and I say, I made an account. I tried to do the thing. And it's available on one day, this many hours. I'll return at the end of the day, blah, blah, blah. I read all the stuff. I'm over the age limit, blah, blah, blah. I passed all the background checks or whatever they do. It says canceled. And I was like, why'd you cancel me? He's like, you've never rented from Turo. This seems like a scam. I'm like, I've never rented from Turo because I've never rented from Turo. I don't know why I'm getting blacklisted from Turo. I have to rent one time. Sorry, my first car is a cool car. And I was like, I'll leave my $110,000 Navigator at your house. I just want to borrow your car to do Pikes Peak, blah, blah. He says, all right, I'll see if it'll go through again. Just book it again. I go to book it. It's $3,700 now for one day. I was like, nah, cancel. I was like, we never did it. I don't even want to go there. We'll go there next time. Whatever.
So this guy knew that you had money.
Maybe it was Turo. Because
there's no way.
I don't know. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. I was like, bad taste in my mouth. I thought it was sketchy, like Craigslist or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, Craigslist for cars. I was like, nah, I'm not. So Jimmy goes on a vacation to somewhere in Florida, I want to say. They fly into, let's say, where was it? Let's call it Orlando or something.
Sure.
And I think it was somewhere hot, Arizona, Florida, somewhere like that. And he goes, bro, I got a car all week, a big ass. And this is when the prices still haven't really. If you want to rent like a Escalade or a Yukon or something right now, it's like $1,500 to $2,000 a week right now.
Yeah,
it's
ridiculous.
Nuts right now. And then this was at the peak too. We're like, we can't afford to go on this vacation because we can't rent a car, and we have like 8 people flying in with us, or blah blah blah. So he's like, we got a deal. It's like $500 a week, and we get like this. Let's call it a Yukon or something. This is the biggest Suburban or something like that. I'm like, that's sick, dude. I was like, what place you renting from? He's like, Turo, bro. And I'm like, did your wife do that? And he's like, yeah. I was like, I told you my story. He's like, yeah, she thinks it's a good deal and it's worth it, blah, blah, blah. They land in, say, Orlando. They all get their bets. 8 people. You got kids, you got old people, you got their parents, you got everything. It's raining hard. The car's parked in the parking lot. They got to walk to it, okay? 8 people. You got 5-year-olds, you got 10-year-olds, you got old people, you got all the luggage when you go on vacation with your family, all the luggage.
Yeah.
Raining, like Florida rain, hard. They're all soaked in like 10 seconds. They get out to the car. No way to get in the car. They have no idea. The code for the car, they put it in like one of those hitch receivers.
Okay.
That is like a
lockbox on it.
It's like a lockbox, but it goes into the hitch.
Okay.
And it's supposed to have the key. The code doesn't work. Jimmy's out there with 7 other people. They're getting soaked. They're mad. They flew all day. Now they're soaked. They got all the luggage. Luggage is getting soaked. Baby's crying. Everything. He calls the guy. Gets the code. Opens it up.
No keys.
No keys. So he's stuck. It's still so cheap that he waits the 2 hours it takes for a guy to bring the key to the thing to get it. They didn't take any money off. I was like, it's worth it for me to spend the $1,000 a week to make sure the car's there and get it and it works and everything like that. And it was all, there was candy stuck to the fucking carpet and
disgusting.
Small, smoky, whether it was pot or cigarette smell into it. The seats weren't perfect. You know, when you get in a rental car, it's one of the greatest things. Like, it's like driving a brand new car. It's new. It's brand new to you, and they clean them so well, and it feels like a brand new car every single time. Even, you know, probably 30 people have sat in this the last month. It still feels like a brand new car. This one did not. It felt like you borrowed your crazy uncle's car that's about to break down.
Yeah.
And I go, cool, I'll never use it. I never have.
That's fair.
I have people on the internet that I either follow or are halfway friends with that go buy Teslas every year because they need the tax thing, and they go put them on Turo and they rent out for $300 a day and they make a killing.
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
Yeah.
At all. So tell me your Turo story.
So I use Turo a ton.
Do you really?
I did at one point.
Not here.
So not here. So when my ex and I split up and she took the car, anyways,
we'll get to that one time.
Deeper. But I didn't have a car. I was running a company as far as the canvassing side, so I needed a means of transportation. I was making enough money, and I was like, oh yeah, I could go rent a vehicle, but I didn't want to. It's like, hey, I don't want to go out and spend, $700 a week or $800 a week, blah, 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 So I ended up finding Turo, and I was like, holy crap, dude. Like,
some steep.
Yeah. It was like
$13 a day.
Dude, I never got $13 a day. It was like, I think my top was like $60 a day. Right. So $60 a day was like my limit.
While you do
and
that, I'm gonna
it was great because, dude, for $60 a day at my max, I was renting brand new Cadillacs.
Really?
Yeah.
Not here.
Brand new Cadillac CTS, all-wheel drive. So I was driving through the winter. And I am a psycho when it comes to going new places or trying new things. I am a review person, right? Before I go to a restaurant, I will go out and Yelp for a good 15 to 20 minutes. Mainly because I think people taking a bunch of time out of their day to post negative reviews is the most entertaining thing to me for some odd reason. Yeah. I will have a ball, dude. I will have a ball. Like, it's like, dude, you spent, because if it takes me, 2-3 minutes to read your post, that means you took at least 30 minutes out of your day to perfect this post, to post on Yelp because you had a bad experience of a waiter not being on time when you go to a busy restaurant. It's like, take your privilege and throw it out the window, buddy. Restaurants get busy. It is a part of the freaking world that we live in. Like, you're not the only person that went there for dinner tonight, but I think it's sheer entertainment. So like, since I started doing the Yelp thing, like I always look at reviews just because it's mainly just like entertainment purposes. But I didn't rent from the people that had bad reviews. Right, like a lot of people will,
because Turo has reviews.
Exactly,
okay.
right. So it's exact same thing. Like if somebody's a super host on Airbnb or VRBO, I don't know.
I will use
like the super host, right?
Yeah.
Like you will use a super host. You will pay a little bit more to have a super host.
I don't know if it's. I've only rented from Superhost because it seems like those are the most people that are on there and whatever.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem.
Exactly.
Ever.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with Turo. I don't know if it's called a super host. It's probably not, but it's something similar to where it's like, hey, you can pay a little bit more to have people that don't screw other people over and or take care of their vehicle. There's different circumstances, right? But I always rented from the people that had the highest reviews, right? So it's like, hey, here's the car. It's this much, and it's a 4.7 out of 5. I'm going to rent from them.
Okay.
Those $16 cars had the 2-star reviews, and then the $60 cars had the 5-star reviews. So am I going to pay an extra $45 a day? Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because they were super reasonable. The pickup was easy. That was the biggest thing when it comes
How does
to
that
renting
go?
from
I'm
Turo.
always curious.
It all just depends. Like sometimes
Like, do you have to meet them at their house and let me
all-
get the groceries out real quick and then here you go? Like I've always wondered, like, is it weird?
So the majority of the time people have a car that they just don't use, and then they put it on Turo. It either sits on the side of their house, you go pick it up. Sometimes you have to make interactions with the homeowner. If you don't want to, they typically will ask you, hey, like, do you want me to leave the keys in the car or do you want to meet me? Blah, 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 right? So every interaction they had, every different vehicle was a different scenario. The majority of them had a lockbox on the car, and then there was Turo spots, like at the mall, right? So there would be a designated area just for Turo cars, and you would park the vehicle there. There'd be a lockbox. They give you the code, unlock the box, and then you grab the keys. You're good to go, right? And then you send a picture of you, like you take a selfie of you in front of the car with the keys or whatever, and that's how they know, and they verify that you actually got the car.
Okay.
So they're like, you probably saw Turo at its probably earliest stages. Like
Probably.
how long ago did you have your experience?
2.5, 3 years ago.
Yeah. So that's when Turo first came out. I think, no, because that's right around the time 2 years ago is when I started using Turo, like a year and a half ago or so. But I never had a bad experience.
Alan, question for you, random. Mm-hmm. You haven't sold any windows yet, correct?
No.
Why?
You want the honest reason?
Sure.
I don't know jack shit about windows.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I really don't. If you walked me up to a window and said it looks bad, I'd be like, it looks good to me.
Yeah.
Unless it blatantly has like streaks in the window, stuff like that to show wear and aging and stuff like that. I don't know how to really measure a window. Like I do. Ryan gave me like kind of like a baseline on what to do, but it's like I don't feel comfortable selling it because I don't know anything about it.
Fair enough.
And it's like I already am like just learning roofs and roofing. That like I always tell people like, hey, we can do windows if you guys are interested. I always say that, right? But at the same time, it's like I don't want to be the person to go back there and freaking sell the windows. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you can always take a buddy with you and stuff like that. No, we have a sales meeting tomorrow. We can go over a little bit about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I think that'd be beneficial to you.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
but that's fair. You've been selling a lot of roofs lately, and I was like, well, I wonder. Let's sell no windows.
Yeah.
What about gutters? Do you sell any gutters?
I've been selling gutters.
Okay, so that's good.
I've been selling gutters for sure. 90% of the people that need a roof need gutters too.
I would say that's fair. They don't always 90% of the time get them, but they need them.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's always like, I feel like I always get, it's like, okay, hey, well, if the roof looks good, we'll probably call you back, because they just don't want to spend any more money.
Sure.
Right. Like they're just like, all right, I'm making this investment right now. I don't want to do any more right now.
Fair.
It's like,
the last thing you do when you buy a car, they always offer you the warranty. You're like,
exactly. It's like, dude,
I'm about to spend 28, 30 G's on a car. And you're saying $4 more thousand. You're like, I think I'm tapped.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is, man. Like, and I get it.
I'm gonna wait for those guys to call me on the phone for my extended car warranties.
Oh my gosh,
and
dude!
Then
you can't
sign
wait,
up with them.
All your fleet vehicles are gonna be blowing you up.
Yeah, I wish I could buy an all-encompassing warranty. my vehicles.
There's no friggin' way that would ever
There's
be possible,
nothing.
huh?
Like, it's crazy the amount of money I spend on upkeep on a fleet.
Yeah.
It's unreasonable. We had our Cadillac converters stolen off of the box trucks about every 3-6 months. So
Oh, is it that frequent?
yeah, I probably spend 25-30K a year on that.
I have a genius idea. We set up a tower and put one of those lights that are like in the lighthouses that spin.
Yeah.
That looks like we have an alarm system now.
Okay.
That's out in the
I'm
back.
doing something similar to that. I'm spending about 30 grand. I'm putting in those like in the middle of parking lots where they do like the concrete bottoms and then like the posts with bright lights.
with the
I'm
camera.
putting in 8 of those, but it's 30K. And I'm like, God, all right.
Yeah, just spend like the $1,000.
But they're all
at
motion
first.
sensors, so like it'll be hopefully they'll pull in and be like, oh my God, there's so many lights here. There's no way I don't get caught. It's my hope.
Yeah, I mean, if you do like the automatic like floodlights that turn on as soon as there's motion
Yes,
sense.
that's what it is.
Yes,
So that's
yeah.
what it is. All of them will be motion sensed.
Okay.
So it'll look like a dark abandoned facility at night, and then all of a sudden you pull in, it gets the first one going, you pull up to the building, all of them go off, and it's like, crap, there's probably someone here turning on lights, figuring out what I'm here for. It's what I'm hoping for anyway. But
That's wild.
I just hate it so much.
I didn't know that, like that's just a thing like in this area.
Yeah, I
Could be in
mean,
different states, but from what I know, that like catalytic converters, like that is Fort Wayne, dude.
yeah, well, I mean, it's
Or
not
Indiana.
Fort Wayne. It's definitely Midwest,
Yeah,
maybe for
okay,
sure.
Fair enough.
And but I just didn't think that was gonna be a problem that I would ever have owning a company. I was like, I don't have to worry about people stealing the bottoms of the exhausts, in the vehicles.
Yeah.
But they do get stolen, and they sound like race cars when you start them up in the morning, or they don't work, which is mostly my problem because they don't always just cut the catalytic converters; they cut wiring and everything else. So, yeah, it's been fun.
That's a pain in the ass.
It's been fun. How's the Maverick been driving for you?
Absolutely wonderful. I love that truck. I really do.
Good.
I really do. You know how big my brother is, right?
No.
Yeah, you met
Oh,
him.
yeah. You
Yeah,
came
yeah,
to the laser tag place when we had a company party.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Seeing him get into that thing is the funniest thing to me.
Yeah.
It is absolutely hilarious. It's like
I have enough room on the driver's side. I don't know what it is like to be in a passenger. in that,
yeah,
but
I haven't sat in the passenger side either, but
Yeah.
like this dude just seems like he is so
it's tight.
uncomfortable.
He's tight in
every
there.
single
It's not the biggest truck.
He's
the
the
smallest
biggest
truck?
person in the smallest truck.
He is a big
So-
dude. He is a
he's
big
a
dude.
big guy.
He's got to be 3 spins like me.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
gotta be 3 spins on the scale.
He's probably 4.
Probably 4
He's
spins.
probably 4.
Great personality. I think he asked me for like an internship or something like
He
that.
did. So he's been looking because he's about to graduate high school next year, but he only has to take like 3 classes.
He's a high schooler?
He's in high school,
Bro, he is
He's
a
18
giant.
Years old, bro. He's 18 years old.
I would have figured he was like 20.
No.
Bro.
No, he is 18 years old. And I'm so thankful that I have been here because he's been in a house with my mom, my biological sister, and his 4 little sisters, which are my little sisters now.
A lot of estrogen in there.
He just got treated like shit for years.
Yeah.
And now I recognize it, I see it, and then I've been checking everybody. It's like, hey, leave the guy alone. He didn't do anything. Like, relax. Like, me and my mom got into a huge argument about it, like,
That's got to be strange.
2 weeks ago. And I was like, you need to relax. And she's like, fuck you. And I was like, oh, I didn't do anything. Like, why are you coming at me like that, But it's just, the kid is just, he's like a lost puppy, and I feel so bad for him.
He seems soft, but he seems like a great dude.
He's an amazing
Sounds
kid.
like a great dude.
amazing kid. I freaking
So
love
what's
him to
he
death.
what's he trying to get a
He just wants to get out of school because he only has to take 3
Okay,
classes.
I was like,
he only has to take 3
fair.
classes this entire year, and then half of the entire day he's doing nothing.
Bro, you know who'd be perfect for?
Who?
Your brother?
What?
Ice cream truck.
Dude.
Ice cream, getting out, driving around, bringing joy to the world. But he
Yeah.
would like that.
He would
Half day?
He would love that. He would love that.
And still make money.
Yeah.
I think it'd be tight. Just so you guys don't know, and by the time this podcast come out, I already had this already ran out. So I decided that normal marketing is boring. So I'm always trying to do different stuff. We're giving away a supercar this year. So that's one of the things that we're doing for people that sign up for estimates and things like that. We're signing people up, and I'm giving away the supercar in December. So it's a Ford GT. It's pretty cool. Other things I'm doing is an ice cream truck. So, and I kind of want to talk about this because I just found out some new information about this 2 weeks ago when I was putting the filing touches on it. I'm going to start an ice cream truck. And I'm going to target the neighborhoods that I want to do, not new neighborhoods because they already got brand new roofs, brand new houses, not too old neighborhoods that have been not taken care of and no one's going to put money into their houses. The neighborhoods I want to go to. And then give away ice cream, start an ice cream truck, and just give away ice cream. With the ice cream, you get literature, and they go put it on your fridge, and it's free ice cream. And I'm super excited about it. I'm like, they gotta be winning. It's ice cream super cheap, blah blah blah. So I bought a thing. I retrofitted one of those shuttle buses at the airport to do ice cream, blah 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 blah. And I've almost got it off the ground. 2 weeks ago, I'm looking for wholesalers. I'm like, I got to buy the ice cream wholesale to keep my costs down when I give away all this ice cream. I could be giving away 1,000 ice cream units a day, right? So I got to buy it right. I can't want to give away $3 ice creams and spend $7,000 a day on ice cream. So I'm looking, I call these people and no one's selling to vendors. Nobody. And I go, well, that's weird. I was like, well, how are the ice cream truck business is getting all their ice cream? I look up ice cream trucks. Have you heard an ice cream truck since you've been here?
No.
There are none. Zero. I will not only have an ice cream truck that gives away free ice cream, I will be the only ice cream truck in Indiana. Tentatively, I haven't found anybody that does it yet. All the way to Indianapolis, at least. Not in our radius, there's zero. Mm-hmm. I know that. I can say that. There's zero. I will be bringing back not only like the nostalgia of, because everybody knows our age, when they hear that music, almost like Pavlov's dogs, they get out. Mom, can I have a couple bucks?
Yep.
We're going to go get some ice cream. For no reason. I mean, you may not even be hungry. It's just like, that's what you do. It's an exciting time. Somebody's coming by with ice cream and it sounds pretty cool. And it's hot out. I'll be giving away for free. It's going to be such a huge thing now. It's going to be huge. I don't think how it cannot be huge. Now, the only thing I'm worried about, because COVID, by the way, COVID took away all the ice cream trucks. No face-to-face. They couldn't go out. There's not a lot of margin in ice cream trucks, apparently. And so it died. All ice cream truck business out the door. So no one's selling the ice cream truck stuff, so they're just going into stores. What that did for the ice cream market, though, prices are low. We got a Costco or Sam's Club membership. We're going to go buy all the ice cream, go set up in this thing, and go hand out this ice cream. So I am super pumped. That should be gone. That should be by the end of July, be up and running, making stuff. And I think what it will do is, one, brand recognition. Mm-hmm. Who are the weird dudes that are giving ice cream away in all the cities around Fort Wayne? Bringing happiness to the littlest of kids. Like, awesome. Hopefully, when they think about doing their roof, why don't we use the people that give free ice cream away for our kids? That'd be sweet. And then two, it'll be a soft opening for our canvassers when they go door to door. I will do the neighborhoods before they go canvass, and they'll have an already open. Did you guys see that ice cream truck that pulled around the street? Like a week ago or something like that. Like, yeah, they gave our kids ice cream, whatever. That's cool. That's us. Mm-hmm. We're actually doing a lot of work in the neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. And when we do work, we just give away free ice cream, blah, blah, blah. So if you guys get a roof from us, we'll do another ice cream thing, blah, blah. Do you guys want to take an estimate, blah, blah, blah. And like adding some more legitimacy until like you're just a faceless, no-name company coming in and trying to sell them something. Mm-hmm. It works out a little different. I think in my mind, that's how it'll play. We'll see.
Honestly, I think almost I would almost change the pitch after a lot of people have seen our ice cream truck, and it's us giving back to the community.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because that's what it is. So I would change to be like, hey, like, not a lot of companies like back in the day, are really involved in the community. So that's why you guys did see our ice cream truck in the neighborhood. But all we do is give you guys free estimates. Metal roofs are super popular because it's a one-time thing. And we're just giving you a free estimate. So I was wondering if you had some availability tomorrow at 12 or 3 to see if we're going to be the best fit.
That's
for
a
you
way
guys, right?
cleaner approach. Obviously, me not being,
I know.
But like, I think it could be huge. I mean, bringing back American nostalgia like that, like that's crazy. I don't know if it's American. I think it's probably Italy, but you know, that's huge. The only thing I'm worried about is that COVID babies and stuff, COVID toddlers. It's been 3 or so years since that happened. The kids that are 4 are now 7, the prime age of getting ice cream out of a truck.
Yeah.
They won't know when they hear the sounds what's going on. There's just somebody blaring weird jingles out there.
I have a perfect solution for your problem.
Tell me, Alan.
We spend $1,000 on flyers, hang them on people's doors when we're canvassing, and let them know that there's an ice cream truck coming. We're giving out free ice cream.
Yeah, I guess we
on
could
this
do
day.
that. I mean, the 4-year-olds are gonna have the 4-year-olds are gonna have a tough time
Sure, but
reading the flyer. But yeah, sure.
No,
Yeah.
think about it. There's going to be more kids out there.
The parents will
There's gonna
already
be
know.
more
I'm not worried about
waiting.
the parents knowing. The kids is what drives that. I mean, no one.
Well,
no
they're
one.
They're going to give the kids an expectation of, hey, there's
They're
gonna be
not
free
going
ice
to
cream.
do. They're not.
100%,
No parents.
100%.
No parents want to go like. Good thing I have this $20 for my 3 kids to go get ice cream right now. Like, you know, we're gonna make sure that they come out and get this ice cream. It's all kids driving. Mom, please, I'll do anything. I just want $5 right now.
But you just said that it's a different time because of COVID, right? So since it's a different
if it
time,
doesn't work, yes, we'll do other stuff. But I'm saying,
I'm just saying, like, obviously, there's not. I feel like I don't even see kids playing on the streets that often anymore.
No.
Dude. It is crazy to me.
No.
It's nuts. I was out on the streets playing with my friends every single day. I got good grades in school to play with my friends. I completed all of my homework to play with my friends.
Yeah.
That's just how our generation was.
And they're not out there like that. So I'm hoping I'm hoping that it will help that out. And like, that was a fun time. Like when the ice cream truck came around, that was a fun time. Like
great.
that was cool.
Yeah.
It was like a weird thing. Like no one brings pizzas around, no one gets ice cream. And like we were just trained like, oh, I think I hear the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Mom, police.
Exactly.
Can I please have $5? You know, I will do the laundry. I'll wash the dishes or something like that.
Yeah.
And so like I think it'd be huge for us and we can bring it back and then it will be short-lived. I mean, ice cream trucks will eventually come back if there's a need for them and blah, blah, blah. But for us right now, I think it could be huge.
Yeah, no, I honestly think that if we say that we're doing a community event in the neighborhood, hand out flyers around the neighborhood, and then we bring the truck in the next day, or
Right.
whenever we said, there's going to be way more kids outside.
Right.
They're going to be excited. Moms are going to be out there, blah, 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 blah. It'll be good. I know it'll be good.
It could be huge.
Yeah.
I have I'm talking with Evan, who's our head of marketing in that division, and I go, do you know by next year we could have like 7 of these? Like it could be huge. Like what if it drives we reach way more people than we're expecting and stuff like that. Like I'll put all of the eggs in that basket. I'm not afraid. We'll be the weird marketing company that only markets with ice cream.
Well,
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm fat. You don't think that plays for my stereotype? I'll run an ice cream roofing business. I don't care.
Yeah.
And
everybody will know us. That is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Everybody will know the name Perfect Steel Solution.
and I think it'll do stuff for our Facebook and stuff like that as well.
100%.
Because
Yeah.
like comment and like and share the post of the ice cream truck and we'll bring it to your neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. And then just simple people posting, hey, thank you so much, Perfect Steel Solution. They don't even have to have a roof. But having our name in their Facebook
Yeah.
post. Thank you, Perfect Steel Solution, for the free ice cream. My kids enjoyed it. My kids
Yeah.
loved it. I loved it. If you gave me free ice cream at my house right now,
Yeah.
I would
Be dope.
I would get a free quote.
Yeah.
You know,
why
like,
not?
like,
Let's hear
I'll
these
get a
people
free
out.
ice cream.
They
Like,
seem pretty cool. They're
Yeah.
giving away ice cream. They're not trying to like this sales pitch and trying to lock me in for 20 years on anything. They just want to give me a free ice cream and
Yeah.
like tell me about metal roofing.
Yeah.
Now
It's
it seems kind of like the Mormons going door to door. Like,
my gosh.
it seems like that's our. Have you found Jesus? Like, have you tried this ice cream? It's so dope.
Have you been saved by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Have you been
I am
saved by
Mormon.
vanilla ice cream
I am
before?
Mormon, so tread lightly.
Yeah, that you'd be hilarious.
Anyways,
Tell us about Mormonism.
oh my gosh, I don't want to talk about Mormonism. I'll get into it a little bit. So I got
How many
that-
wives do you have?
I have 0 wives.
Ugh,
Never
you're not
had
a very
any
good
wife.
Mormon.
I know. I suck.
You're not a very good
I
Mormon.
suck. So obviously there's the FLDS and there's LDS.
Church of Latter-day Saints. For you guys that don't know, I went to Utah once. Mormons, y'all a bunch. I love the statues of random figures I've never heard of before that are like very coveted in Utah, Salt Lake. But
Want to hear a funny story?
shh, that's what this podcast is for.
So in my genealogy, I have quite a bit of Irish. And I
Still
was
doesn't
like,
play in the cowboy boots. Doesn't explain the cowboy boots.
yeah, no worries.
Okay.
So I was talking to my mom because I guess her and my aunt did a like, you know, whatever the family tree thing is. I don't know what it's
23andMe or something.
23andMe, whatever. And they found our grandpa, or great grandpa, whatever, you know. And I was like, oh, sweet. Like, where are we from? She's like, oh, we have a lot of Irish in us. I was like, okay, sweet. She's like, yeah, there's a statue of your great grandpa or great grandpa or whatever in some city in Indiana.
No shit. We got to go.
He was a slave owner.
We still got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we still gotta
100%.
go.
Yeah. No. My freaking great grandpa or great, whatever, however many greats
Yeah.
was a freaking slave owner, has a fucking statue somewhere in some city in
We
fucking Indiana, dude.
Make a hell of a selfie.
I know. It'd be dope. It'd be super dope.
Yeah, we got to go.
Yeah. No,
We're
we
going
will.
to tear that motherfucker down in a couple of years. I mean, if it's not already tore down, like, they're tearing that motherfucker down.
Oh, I mean, somebody will. It
It's
won't
not
be,
the
it, will-
South.
it will
We're
nev-
not the
it'll
South.
never be me, but somebody will. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. But I thought that was,
Next week, all we do is find out where that's at, and we go.
I'm so down.
We have to.
Yeah. If you start valuing people's opinions more than you value your own opinion about yourself, you're going to fail at fucking life.
Yeah.
You're going to fail. Right?
I agree with that.
You take people's opinions into consideration to grow as a
100%.
person.
Yes.
To grow
That's
as a
the part
fucking
that
person.
you would have left out. I'd have
Yeah,
been
yeah. No, of course. People are there. Most people are there to be on your side to help you
almost
grow,
like bumpers
to
when
help
you-
you help. Like,
It's almost like bumpers, like when you're a kid and they put the bumpers up for bowling.
yeah,
Like,
it's like, dude, we
Those-
know
those-
that you're not there yet.
there's some people on this side that say, like, you're a fucking idiot. And there's
Yeah.
these people saying, like, you're perfect. Don't ever change. Somewhere in the middle is a good path to take to get where you need to go.
Yeah,
You
but-
don't have to fucking ride the bumper on this side. You also don't have to fucking ride the bumper on this side. Somewhere in the middle is going to be okay. Somebody's right at some point, by the way. Somebody's right. I wouldn't say listen to this side. I wouldn't say just listen to this side.
They're probably both right if they're giving you some fucking.
At some point,
Yeah.
like, you know, my dad's an asshole. Like, my dad's a straight up asshole to me. Like, and it was great for me because, like, everyone else told me how beautiful of a kid I was and how smart I am and how everyone likes me. And here's my dad saying, you're fucking lazy and, you know, you never be anything and
Yeah.
fucking your disappointment and all that. And, like, that was really good backboard.
Yeah.
Had I not grown up with a fucking hard ass father, I probably would have been some soft ass motherfucking kid working at Taco Bell right now. Like,
Dude,
I'd have been found out.
I never knew that because I'm fucking black. I'm one of the fucking. I'm a part of the fucking general population that didn't grow up with a fucking dad. My first fucking dad that I had was when I was 17 fucking years old. Or 16 years old. Right. My second family my third family, the Drolls. I cannot wait till you meet my brother, dude. You're gonna meet him. You'll fucking love him. He's a psycho fucking bitch, but I fucking love him to death. Best fucking people you'll ever meet in your fucking life. But anyways, I dropped out of high school my senior year. I had 2 months left. Could have graduated. Dropped out. I was like, fuck school. Got my GED the next fucking day. And the droll parents, or I call them my mom and my dad. My biological mom is my bio mom. But they were the parents that like gave me
super Gen Z, by the way. But go on.
It is what it
All
is.
right,
Like it is what it is. I've been doing it for years. But it's my bio mom, and then my mom, my dad, they're the drolls, because they gave me the most structure in my life.
Foundation's
it's like
huge.
I felt like I had a fucking family, you know. And I was working for his landscape construction company, and dude, you could be doing the best fucking job. You guys have been here for fucking 30 fucking minutes? You haven't fucking trimmed this entire fucking side? What the fuck are you guys doing? Stop fucking dicking around. Fucking finish this job. We got another fucking job to do. I got talked to this way every fucking day for years.
Yeah, you needed it.
We all needed it.
Yeah.
It made me fucking strong in the fucking head.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
And it's also
like-
how you took it as a human being.
Exactly.
There's some people that go like, fuck
Oh
that.
my God, I can't believe he talked to me like that. It's like,
I don't
dude.
know.
No, what he wanted was a reaction. It's like, hey, you gonna let me boss you around like a bitch? Or you gonna stand up for yourself?
Yeah.
So now we have a
You either gotta be
relationship.
so incredible I cannot yell at you at all.
Yeah.
Which is what happened to me. Like, or you gotta be like, you know what? I'm not gonna listen to this shit anymore, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna make my own decisions.
Exactly. Right. So like, I feel like as a father, you have to fucking inbred and build some type of toughness in your son.
Yeah.
It's required. Like, I feel like it's a requirement. You don't want a soft ass, pussy ass son.
Yeah. Not forever. No. You
That
know.
like they have to be tough.
Yeah.
Like I
My
was
mom
I
was
was
the quintessential white rich woman that was like, "You're perfect. Don't ever change. Don't let everybody tell you can be whatever you want to be." Blah blah blah. Newsflash: that's not true. Not true, at all.
yeah.
When they tell you can be a fucking Olympic athlete, or they're gonna tell you that you're 5'3" and you're gonna be a fucking the next best quarterback, like it's not true. It's not.
I'm gonna find this video, and this video fucking resonated with me so fucking much.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
And the thing that my dad was like, hey, you're not going to be fucking the smartest person in the room. Like, it's just, you're not probably going to go to college. I want you to go to college. You must go to college, but you're probably not going to be good at college, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, you must have something that other people want. Because what you do have is good personality.
Yeah.
I've always had it. And he goes, if you don't nurture that, then you won't be living up to your full potential. And it took me a while, but like any job I had, might have some talent here and there, but the only things I was really good at is like the serving jobs and stuff where I had to like interact
Yeah, to
and like, do
communicate
a show and
and-
stuff
yeah.
like that when I was a teppanyaki chef in front of people, making people laugh while I cooked and things like that. Things that I got fired from and didn't last long was like working at the go-kart track, putting people on for go-kart. The things I was like, get in here, sit down, wear seatbelts, fucking go. I was terrible at. No interaction whatsoever. I was either late or I let people ride for free or fucking whatever. I just never lasted long. If I had to cook, be like doing the same thing every day and not talking to people and doing stuff, like I was never successful in that. So I had to figure out how to nurture that fucking, that side of me that was like, affluent at least, not even like in the sense that people think affluent is like, no, like the Andy Frisella guy you like,
Yeah.
whether he had money or not, he is fun to listen to. He's affluent. He's like, wants to make you rise to be better and things like that. That's what that means. That it doesn't have anything to do with money. It has something to be like another level to the game that you want to go to, and he can gather people and do that kind of stuff. That's
Yeah.
affluent, you know?
It's like I truly do believe that everybody has their own calling, right? And Andy Frisella has a calling to create a better life for other people.
Yeah.
Me personally, I feel like I have gotten to the point where like that's what I want. Like my biggest value is creating better lives for other people. And that's why I loved, being a manager. Like that was like so euphoric for me. And it was because obviously I was making money, right? But not only was I making money, I was teaching people how to grow out of that 9 to 5, $600 a week to make 1,000. right? Or to make $1,200 consistently. So it was like, okay, you're working at McDonald's or Taco Bell right now, and you're making what, $300?
Maybe.
Let me do you a fucking service really quick. Let me teach you how to make
level.
1,000.
Yeah, the next level.
And then once you learn to make 1,000, let me teach you how to make 1,500. Then after you're able to hit 1,500 every single week, let me teach you how to make $2,000. Then after $2,000, let me continuously grow and grow and grow your fucking mind to allow you to make this type of money. And that is what I preach, and I practice what I preach to every one of my guys. There was not, you could call my roster, the people that worked underneath me, and I swear to you, they will all be like, dude, he taught me so fucking much. Like, and it wasn't even like anything like super trivial. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. It was just like, hey, dude, like, you got to believe in yourself. Because I was at the point when I first started doing sales where I didn't really believe in myself. I was nervous as shit.
I think we all are.
Yeah. It's like, dude, I'm doing something so unfamiliar.
You're putting yourself out there every single time.
Exactly. And I went from a stable environment with a stable job and a stable fucking living situation to going to fucking Seattle, Washington. Not having fucking anybody besides my buddies. And not having a stable job. And fucking going into sales. That was fucking terrifying. And I think my first fucking week there, I was just so fucking nervous. Then after I saw somebody do what I was supposed to do, I was like, dude, what the fuck? This is how you guys are doing it? Perfect.
Seeing is believing.
Exactly. So it was fucking crazy. But yeah, dude, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like everybody has their calling. Like, I think that, like, your calling is probably somewhere along the lines of, like, you want to grow as yourself, but you don't want to just grow for yourself. Like, I feel like you want to see everybody around you be successful, right? Like
I want their lives to be better because I'm a part of it. I don't need the credit, but I want to see the actual production.
Absolutely.
That does. Like, so if I'm not successful, I'm less helpful to my people, and that's not okay. You know, let's say that we become best friends, like a couple of years down the road, your kids need a heart transplant. Cool. You're making a lot of money. You're making like $150,000 a year. What if they don't accept it for whatever reason for health insurance? You need $200,000 for a fucking heart. I got it. Like, let's not let a kid die because fucking money. One of my best friends. Like, why would I do that? Like, that's the kind of shit that I think about.
Yeah.
Not, well, I won't be able to buy so many cars or houses or go on vacations. I think, like, I won't be in a position to help that person. If I spend all my money and all of our money and what I think about, it's like, then I won't be able to do that kind of shit.
Can I just pitch you in a fucking idea right now that's going to accelerate this process? Can I eliminate the fucking dropping off quotes for like the next 3 months?
At the 90 days, absolutely.
The 90 days is like 2 weeks away.
Great.
If we can eliminate that and just have me go door to door to door with all these fucking companies and just get them on route and not waste my time fucking making phone calls, doing all this shit.
Around to specific houses.
Like, dude, I promise you, like, we'll have a month where we run out of people and then we make the phone calls. And then I go back out and I go do the same fucking route, but just with those people that I did not have contact with. I am so good at building up that value again when it comes to getting them back on route.
Yeah.
And all I need is a fucking sit
I thought
down,
that might turn into that. I've already thought about that.
Yeah.
Because of like the immense canvassing that you've done and the huge personality and the energy that you have at the door. Because like what I hear every time you say me is like, they don't even remember us. I'm like, okay, well let's say that's only like 30% of them. They don't remember us. And you're just kind of like overdoing. Like they have some kind of interaction with someone knocking at their door and then having something. I'm like, I can't accept that. None of the people we talk to ever remember anybody knock on the door and set an appointment. It's such a weird thing.
It's like, I guarantee it's 75%. 25% remember us, 75% or like.
So like what you're doing is
kind
just,
of
what you're well, that's what I think. I think 50% is just kind of.
Like, yeah. It's like, I kind of remember that.
Whatever. Yeah. Some of these people got fucking estimates from us that you're going to.
And they're like, yeah,
so
dude,
like,
I have no fucking idea.
That, but like, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's say 50-50.
But you have to fucking
self-genning all these leads and stuff like that. And that pays way more because I don't have to do marketing and stuff like that. And that's way more profitable than fucking doing the other thing, and it'll make you way more profitable. And I'm thinking like, because I think that you like the stability, but if you can do that, you know, we'll just set up a kiddie fund. You know, I don't forget what I'm paying you right now, but like whatever that thing is, we keep a total standard view or just self-generating fucking leads, you know, and fucking doing that. If there's no point in going over these fucking leads, then we just kill that program off. It was just a test. I didn't know. I thought, okay, 7,000 undone leads. I thought maybe there's something there that will help us.
Yeah.
Turns out it's more profitable just to go door to door and do fresh stuff with more talent than going over with less talent and just going over stuff like that.
I will tell you this right now. It's going to be profitable either way. Right, I'm gonna close accounts, close deals, no matter which fucking alley that you bring me into.
But I don't want to.
I'm good at canvassing, and I'm also
dam up the bridge though. If the quotes thing are doing that, or only going to houses, blah blah blah.
Correct.
I don't want to dam up that bridge.
Well, fuck, dude, I don't mind that. That makes my job fucking easy. If I can go to a fucking house, knock on it, they already fucking know us, or they know about us, or they have like a minuscule recollection of getting a quote for a metal roof. I'm done.
Yeah.
It's done. They're on the fucking route. Right? But it's tough when it's like, dude, I'm going through fucking areas and nobody's home. So I spend an entire fucking day, which has happened several fucking times.
I knew it would.
Where people fucking have new roofs, new windows. They already tackled all their fucking projects. I'm talking to a fucking homeowner. They're not fucking ready or in the financial standpoint to fucking, you know, like do a new fucking roof. I drop off a quote. And it's like, I call them because you know, the first phase was like, dude, I called so many fucking people. Yeah. One was like, okay, yeah, come by.
Yeah, maybe that's worth it. Maybe
and then it's like, okay, they canceled. And it's like, fuck, like now we have zero. Now we're back to fucking zero, right? But obviously it comes down to the data, right? Like what we see in the data.
Your 90 days will look different than anybody else's 90 days because we're like making a new business after that.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going, okay, then let's not fucking do that shit. Let's do something else.
Yeah. Dude, I have no problem going to like demo.
I don't want to stop you from making two, because you'll make, if you do 2 a week self-gen, you'll make $250,000 fucking a year.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna try to keep you at the $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah. Now, you're fine, you know, dude. Like, here's
it'll be crazy. Like what you're doing is canvassing and selling at the same point. I don't have to pay marketing anything.
Yeah,
you know, there's no marketing, zero.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, dude, like I see the vision because you have gifted me with the idea that like is in your head, and all I want to do is help you get there. Like you have like proven to me that like. Yes, I have value of money. I love money. Everybody fucking loves money. Everybody likes the freedom to fucking do
a little bit more money.
Exactly. Everybody loves the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want. But if I can help every individual in this company get to that point, I will do whatever the fuck it needs to happen. Like, dude, I didn't have to go down to fucking Indy and run a fucking meeting with those guys. I didn't have to do that. Jimmy didn't even ask me to do that. I was like, dude, like these kids are like left in the dust. There's a reason why they're not performing as well as the fucking Fort Wayne office. You don't see them every fucking day, or you don't have the ability to see them every day. Or if you do, you don't have the backup, not fucking throwing shade at anybody.
No, it's true.
But you don't have the backup to have somebody go out and do that for you.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like there are certain things that we could all do a little bit better to make things work and operate a little bit better, right? Like, and it's not anything major. It's by no means isn't anything major. It's just you got to give fucking.
You also got to keep the account of like you've seen the canvassers here, young, handsome, fucking people and stuff like that. You go to India, it's like this is the C squad. You know, that's all we get though. Like, there's no of these people looking for jobs in Indy like that. I'm telling you, it doesn't exist.
Dude, give me a fucking day. I will literally stay a night in fucking Indy and recruit an entire fucking new team.
Well, that's too much. But
dude, it sounds like it sounds like it's too much. It sounds like it's too much, right? If there's no hit on Indeed, do you know how many people I've hired just from meeting me?
Well, that's
like I have the personality. People I have some weird fucking attraction to fucking people. I fucking hate people. But people fucking love me. It drives me fucking nuts, dude. I will go to a bar by myself to get some fucking chicken wings. Okay? and then I will end up with fucking a group of 15 fucking people. It's crazy, but that is what I was gifted.
Yeah.
Right? Like it is a gift.
Yeah.
From God, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a gift from God that like I have the ability to be so attractive, not even like physically attractive, right? But like so attractive to people want to know me. People want to know what I do. People want to fucking be a part of what I'm doing, right?
You're preaching to the choir.
Exactly, right? So
You're
it's like
preaching to the choir.
it's very easy to me. Like, dude, I used to go on I used to go to colleges and do fucking campaigns. Like it was a competition. It's like, hey, how many people do you think you could recruit for the summer? I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20. So we would have recruiting events where we would go to colleges and fucking hype up this fucking job. We would sign on 20 people, only 2 or 3 would come, but for that summer job, we would sign on fucking X amount of people. It's doable. It's not hard. It just takes, are you willing to put in the effort to fucking do that? And then when they're here, are you building the value enough? Right? Are we building the value enough for the indie people right now?
Probably you can never say you build enough value with anybody.
Okay.
Like, are you
honestly,
are we putting the amount of effort in
baseline.
If we had some studs, we'd definitely spend more time there. If we had,
how do you get studs?
potentials.
How do you get studs?
Come on.
You have to go out and get them, and then you have to fucking baby them and make them feel like they're the best fucking person in the world.
You have to go
because
get them,
people
correct.
have egos.
Yeah, you have to go get them. I agree with that. But you're pretty much the same person all the time, and that's so much easier to like that, faults and all. And that's
by no means am I fucking perfect.
Faults and all, but if you're adamant about like portraying yourself the same light all the time, like with Chad, I go, who do I have to be on fucking Wednesday? You know, because you're like, I'm around, gonna be the CEO of fucking Lake City, be whoever. I'm like, all right, I'm like, it's up to you. He's told me before, he's like, can't do the fucking blah blah. I'm like, all right, cool, but like, because I have a hard time not being myself all the fucking time. And that's so much an easier person to trust, and like people like me and people, I like Jimmy and Zach because they're the same fucking idiots all the time.
Yeah,
they're the same fucking idiots, beautiful idiots. I fucking the same all the time.
Yeah,
you know,
dude,
we can portray something to someone if we need to, but like around the normal thing, if not on the clock, we're the same fucking idiots all the time. Zach.
I fucking love that guy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Because him and I talk shit to each other all the fucking time. And he saw me like pop off a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man, I was just like I was getting gifted leads. So I was like selling a shit ton of accounts. And he's like, yeah, man, but you're making fucking 2%. So you're not going to make as much money as I am. And I was like, yeah, well, eventually I'll make as much money as you are. And I'll probably be the top dog in the company and blah, blah, blah. Just talking mad shit, bro. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh yeah, you think you're gonna do that? And I was like, I mean, probably, but like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but like, probably, I think I'm a better salesman than you. And dude, he just was getting lit, bro. He was getting so fucking lit. I fucking loved it. So, and it was just me fucking prying at him.
If you want to really get any of this game, be like, I'm gonna be top rep here soon, and then I'll be Austin's best friend, and you won't. He'll lose his fucking mind. He'll fight you. Like, he'll fight you. He's so, and I told him, like, dude, our friendship isn't based on you being like a fucking dude, a unit. Noah's the most profitable and the best salesperson that we have due to money. Mm-hmm. Me and him never hang out. I've literally not been on a one-on-one outside of work except for taking him to his bankruptcy the other day. We don't hang out at all.
Yeah.
I was like, Zach, you don't have to be. He's like, I do this for you, bud. I'm like, no, I appreciate it. But like, you have to know, like, you can suck. You know, and it would still be fine. We would still be boys. And he's like, yeah, but like you love when I fucking sell. I was like, yeah, dude, everybody,
yeah. I love when you sell, and I don't even make any fucking money.
And Jimmy and everybody in the fucking office. So we all love when you sell. It's not a fucking, you know, there's no
dollar amount to our friendship, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, it's
like,
fun.
Dude, I don't know. It's so funny because like, just even being out in Fort Wayne, like, I know that like, if I went to bars, I'm not gonna fit in with 90% of the people because I'm a mix of
I
everybody.
always feel that way though.
It's
I
fucking weird,
I
dude.
always feel
It's
that way.
like I've never felt this way in my entire life.
I'm
bro.
too good for this place. I'm too shitty for this place.
Yeah, it's fucking
Like,
weird, dude.
I never feel comfortable.
It's fucking odd. Like I used to go out to bars by myself all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
I could do it in fucking any other state, but like here is it. It just
No, I
weirds
feel
me
that
out.
way
Like,
all the time.
I don't know what it is.
I
Like,
go to a country club and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I go to a fucking State Bar and Grill. I'm like, I don't think everyone's gonna know that I don't fucking go here. All the time. Like, you know,
dude,
like
fucking State
like,
Bar and
I
Grill
don't
is something
fucking.
else.
I love that bar, but
Yeah.
like, I just don't feel comfortable at all. Like,
yeah,
I feel
dude.
like
It like
I don't know what the fucking Applebee's bar is like my fucking go-to or
dude,
something like that.
Applebee's
like,
bar. I'll tell you what.
like that's like where I like feel like okay.
I love the Applebee's bar. I swear, it's fucking great.
Hey, I'm Austin once again. Thank you for listening to another episode of Laugh Your Way to the Top with Alan as a guest today. We covered a lot of stuff. Hopefully you guys had some laughs. If you like what we're doing, please like, share, and subscribe. Do that kind of stuff. If you have any topics that you want us to cover, please message us. I'd love to do all that kind of stuff. I can't wait to hear the response from these episodes and look forward to doing another podcast. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.